Hey guys, Dave Kimbrough here with the Kimbrough team at Remax 4000. It's September the 8th, which must mean we're in the beginning of September. What does that mean? That means we have market stats for August. Couple of quick notes. School is well underway. Everybody's kids are off to school. We usually have a little bit of a lull during school, back to school. But I think everybody's kids are in school. If your kids aren't in school, you need to get them in school. Mine are gone off to college. We've got empty nester syndrome going on at my house, but I've got 4 dogs. Don't judge me, but it's keeping our house relatively lively still. So we must have market. Oh yeah, CU Buffs, right? I mean, what a great game against TCU last week. It's so fun to have CU being relevant on the college stage, and Deion Sanders. I mean, maybe the only coach that could have possibly brought CU to relevance, but man, has that guy delivered. You gotta love Coach Prime. And I do. I really like him. I think he's amazing. Broncos start their season this weekend, so Sundays generally tend to be a little more quiet because we've got a lot of Bronco fans in the state of Colorado. But market stats, sorry. July, we documented that last time. Not such a great month, right? August is much better than July. What we saw was month over month, 16% more units sold or more homes sold, and a 10% greater dollar volume, which would go hand in hand with selling more units. So that's all good. We're still lagging. 2023 is lagging well behind 2022. And so I think that's to be expected with the interest rates and the slowdown that's gone on, inflation, yada, yada, yada. Won't beat that horse. Prices are holding steady for the time being. We're not seeing a huge fluctuation there, and so is days on market. But note, it's September, right? Winter's right around the corner. And one of the things we've been saying for several months here is one of the great things about what's happening, great things, I use that kind of loosely, but kind of the saving grace for prices and home values is we have seen inventory remain very low. And so we've had a nice balance between buyer demand and inventory. Well, I start to look for trends. And when I do, so right below me here, you can get access to this document, which is our statistics. And it might be worth going in and taking a look at because there's good information in there. But I want to bear with me on this one. One of the things I noticed this time is we now have a 4-month trend, as you can see here, under number of active listings, a 4-month trend of rising inventory. So we haven't seen something like this in a while. And so we've gained 100 units in active listings over the past 4 months. That's 25% more inventory. That is now a trend, right? One of the things that's keeping prices steady is the balance between demand and supply. And when supply starts to outpace demand, then prices will certainly suffer from that, most certainly. So we're still well below. People are like, oh, and I do too, right? Inventory is low. Yes, it's low, historically low. Yes, all of that being true, but we've seen 25% more inventory come on the market in the last 4 months. And so that is a trend worth watching. That is a trend worth watching because, again, supply and demand balance has been what's been keeping prices really solid across this country for the most part. But if we start to see that become an imbalance where your supply outpaces or outnumbers your demand, then that's when you start having some kind of pricing problems and kind of we might start seeing a market that starts to shift downward. Also, the other thing I noticed, and again, not bad news, but you got to say it when you see it, September inventory. We break them down and you can check this out. Every single pricing category saw inventory increase in the month for the month of August, and that's the first time, except for one, and that's the first time I've seen that in a really long time. So just to note that we are seeing some inventory changes. Again, for pricing, low inventory is good, high inventory is bad. For buyers, low inventory is bad, high inventory is good. So we're going to see how that plays out in the next couple of months, but rest assured, I'll be watching those trends and I'll keep you up to date on that. Again, that's just market stats for the month of August. It's September the 8th. Thank you for being part of the Kimbrough team. Thank you for being a part of our family. Oh, note too here, we have Kimbrough team t-shirts. Dare to be great. the Kimbrough team. We've got plenty of these. If you'd like one, just email us at info@thekimbrowteam.com, and we'll make sure to hook you up with a t-shirt. They're great. They're comfortable. We wear them all the time, a lot of times on Fridays. Anyway, hope you have a wonderful September. Thanks for being part of the Kimbrough team. If you need anything, if you have anybody who wants to buy or sell, we'd be happy to take care of them as if we would our own family. 970-263-7355. Thanks a ton and have an amazing September.